Okay, we're on. We're just gonna have to wait, I guess, until people see.
Okay, what's going on?
Hey everyone.
Hi,
Oh,
everyone.
Richard's here. Hey,
All right.
Richard.
Yeah, I guess we just let a few more um, flat earthers arrive.
Tiffany's here. Astro. Oh, he's here. Okay.
Hey Astral, how's it going, dude? Hello, love and peace. Richard.
What's up, everybody at the chat? Yeah, I don't have the chat on, so going by what you guys tell me. But hi to everybody at the chat. So tonight we'll be talking saw injection, aka chemtrails.
Hmm.
Yeah, Trotter has a few excerpts to read out to you. Some statistics to show you. Some samples taken from my car windscreen. So you've got a little special video there for you to look at.
Yeah, we're just having a general discussion about what's going on. Something I think we should talk about a little bit more. That's all. So that's going to be our topic tonight, you guys. Aerosol injection.
Yeah. Astral's leaving. It's late here, he says. Hey, Steve. Well, it's me. Are we gonna wait a little longer? See if Karen or Liz.
No, I think we should just go for it now. Start it off and let it progress. And
Okay.
Right now, if you guys
to
want.
watch your video, people coming to watch the video won't want a big pause, really. So yeah, we should go for it.
Okay, you're listening, Astral? Thank you. Start, please, he says. Let's start.
All right.
Okay.
Do a video presentation first, and then a couple excerpts, and then FPV, or do you want to just have me read the excerpt right now? Did I skip out on you there, or what?
Yeah, I got a sound like a a lag spike or something up there. Did you speak?
Yeah, I did. Do you guys want me to do the excerpt now, or did you want to do a video presentation first?
Do the excerpt now, and then I'll run the video and stats information just after you. Then I think.
Alrighty. You guys there?
I'm just gonna.
Okay. All right. This is from Business Insider reported. Danny Hillis, the founding partner of tech innovation company Applied Invention, routed off a number of geoengineering concepts that have popped up in recent years, including building giant parasols in space, putting fizzy water into ocean, and sending chalk into atmosphere so that it can reflect sunlight and theoretically cool down the Earth. The science of geoengineering has increasingly become part of the public conversation around the climate change, an ever controversial topic within the scientific community. Geoengineering is a type of weather modification or climate engineering, which has been researched but until recently has been considered too unpredictable to attempt on a large scale, according to a 2013 congressional report. The term geoengineering describes the array of technologies that aim through the large-scale and deliberate modifications of the Earth's energy balance to reduce the temperature and counteract anthropogenic climate change. Technologies are at the conceptual and research stages, and their effectiveness at reducing global temperatures has yet, moreover, very few studies have been published that document the cost, environmental effects, social political impacts, and legal implications of geoengineering. If geoengineering technologies were to be deployed, they're expected to have the potential to cause significant transboundary effects. In general, geoengineering technologies categorized as either a carbon dioxide removal, CDR, method, or a solar radiation management, SRM, method. CDR methods address the warming effects of greenhouse gases by removing carbon dioxide, CO2, from the atmosphere. CDR methods include ocean fertilization and carbon capture and sequestration. SRM methods address the climate change by increasing the reflectivity of the Earth's atmosphere or surface. And period.
Can you mute your microphone, please, Katz?
Okay. Aerosol injection, space-based reflectors are examples of SRM methods. SRM methods do not remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere, but can be deployed faster with relatively immediate global cooling results compared to CDR methods. So, with some of this being said, I guess I can let FPV just, this is segue to you, I guess, brother. Go ahead and take over.
Yeah, thanks for that, Trotter. Good information, mate. Yeah, this stream's just to highlight we are, as a community, we are all aware of the chemtrailing going on, and we think it is related to the big picture. They're trying to cover things up, hide things. I'm going to show you some data in a minute of what some of the effects that this is having on people and probably animals as well. All life forms seems to be being affected by this. The video you're watching here is by Chow Yun Cat, and I think it's 5 days of chemtrails. The title was called. This is just one location showing you the chemtrailing going on in that area. I'm not sure exactly where Chow lives. Does anyone know? I know he's in the States somewhere, but which I don't know. But when you look at the States, they look like they're getting it big style compared to everyone else on a scale I haven't seen. We do get it in UK. It seems to be every 2 or 3 days they turn up around my area, so we're not getting as heavy as what we've seen in the States. It seems to be a very big program going on in the States, chemtrailing. And Chow's video here is just highlighting one area of that. I've seen many, but I'm sure you've all seen these kind of videos. Chemtrails, it's nothing new. But we're just highlighting that. Yeah, we know it's going on. There is elements that they're dropping in the atmosphere that's relative to some of the work I've been doing, i.e. barium, because it does show things up the sky that interest me. If you've seen the previous video, at least you could see halos in the sky and unusual features around the sun as well. These things circle the sun, or if the sun appears to be attached to them, and we're calling them halos, and it relates to technology. So if you ever see any of these halos in the sky, I ask that you record them and make a note of the location where you've seen it or where you think the center of that halo would be, and then we can start adding these to the map. We've got about 80 that we've already added to the map, overlaid on the map where we know they are, but we know there's more than 80, a lot more. So any help gathering that information on the halos would be much appreciated. We'll keep playing this video. It's only a few minutes long anyway. Look at the skies that Chow's recording. Look at this. Look at the state of that sky. That should be a nice blue sky with sun. When was the last time you've seen a blue sky? Very rare, isn't it? We see a nice blue sky. I don't remember anymore the last good summer we had. But it's not just summers; it's all year round. They're getting it now. It's on a level unprecedented, isn't it? This kind of level of chemtrailing. Would you like to comment on that, Trotter or Katz?
Well, it looks like
not a comment.
it looks.
No, it's well, I know Katz has been a bit poorly because where she lives, you know, she gets it daily, crisscrossing the skies 5 times a day normally, from what Katz has been telling me. So yeah, I can understand why she's coughing a bit. You know, it's not just for effect. They're not special effects. Exactly. That's a real cough.
Well, they're claiming that these geoengineering technologies are categorized by carbon dioxide removal or solar radiation management. I mean, do you think that's solar radiation management there?
Yeah,
when it's that amount, when it's that massive. Because I've seen chemtrails and there's just streaks, but what we're seeing right now is, God, that's just massive.
Yeah, it's very bad, isn't it? Where's the sky gone? We don't see much of the sky anymore, do we, when we look up? It's the same with Stan Smith. You know, he's got the 360 camera, and every day the video uploads. It's just called Chem Sky. Every day he's uploading 360 videos. It's just a chemtrail sky every day. So that's the south of the bottom of UK somewhere Stan lives. So yeah, they're definitely getting worse in the south than what they are up north. But you know, I'm sure they'll alternate. We'll probably get a few days where we get it bad.
Yeah, geoengineering. It just sounds bad, you know. The environmental effects are absolutely bad. What it's doing to the plants, what it's doing to all animal life. The bees are dying because of geoengineering. It's just bad. The manipulation is it's chaos, man. Another way to put it.
Can you read those stats there, everyone? Can you see them? That's the growth in dementia cases by 2050. Well, basically what it's telling you is 68% of the world's population will have dementia or dementia-related illnesses within the next 33 years. Now, if you look at the numbers, let's see for America. I'm struggling to see that myself. Hold on. The Americas, Americas are going to have a 248% increase in dementia cases, going from 9 million to 31 million. Europe will have a 90% increase, went from 11 to 21 million. Southeast Asia, 226% increase, taking that to 72 million. Africa will have a 345% increase, taking theirs to 12 million. And if you look at the small print, it's there. The growth in numbers of people with dementia in high-income countries and low and middle-income countries. So look at the scale there. It's saying, you know, the high-income countries, 20% will be affected, whereas in the low to middle-income countries, 100% will be affected. So how does climate? You know, this is makes a mockery of climate change. How is it climate change when it's only affecting the low to middle income countries? Is that to say the high income countries, you know, we should all be moving there, perhaps to get away from this onslaught?
Right.
You know, it's just genocide. You know, look at that. Look at them numbers. Look at the excuses. This is genocide on the grandest scale. I don't care how you word it. That is exactly how I would word it. There's no other word for it, and it's all life forms are being affected. You know, you've got to look at what they're dropping, you know, what they're releasing into our atmosphere. It's not just barium, aluminium or iron. There's many other elements and who knows what being dropped upon us. I've got a video to show you next. Hold on, I'll just jump to it. And I'll show you a sample of something I took from my car windscreen. Now, this was on a day when the sky in UK turned red, and the newspapers reported it was due to sand from the Sahara blown into UK. It's an amazing feat considering the wind was coming from the opposite side of the UK.
Wow. Yeah, but they're claiming carbon dioxide removal and what was the other thing? Solar radiation management. But yet they're doing all these tests and they're spraying all these bacteria and God knows what on us, along with all these different metals. It's just really bad.
Right, that's
But yeah,
actually me.
carry on.
That's me there recording that sun. If you can see, there's like a red haze around it. It was a day in UK we had where the sky kind of turned reddish. This is what they blamed it on the sand from the Sahara. So that was me looking at the sun. And when I zoom back out, you'll see the chemtrail sky. You can see the white haze off it. There, see it in the well. You can see it on the background once I zoom out.
What? Evening, everybody.
There you are.
Hi, Karen.
Hello, Karen. Good evening.
Yeah,
Hello,
you see the
my
sky
dear.
there? A white haze to it.
FPV, what was that in that picture?
That's the sun. And this is a swab I've taken. Pardon? This is a swab I took. Yeah, that was that day we had the red sky in UK. I captured the sun with the camera, and then I took this swab from my car windscreen. This is me using the microscope 200 times to see what was on the windscreen. I was expecting to see sand on the windscreen, but take a look at what I actually find.
Not very nice stuff.
Can you see those red strands? You should see red, blue, and clear strands.
It's a fibrous material, it looks like.
Yeah, you can see like clear strands there, long strands off it, yeah?
Yep.
So there's the clear ones, and there's also red and blue ones there. The red and blue ones is also easy to see once I go over them. Now, I've never seen anything like that before, and I showed this video to Matt Jerome and someone else on Karen's channel, and they said they identified it as what causes Morgellons disease. So, clearly they've recognized these strands and identified them and related to them to something that causes Morgellons in the States. I'm not 100% on that, but if anyone out there knows what they're looking at here, then do shout out, because I'd like to know myself what these strands really are. Is it something we should be worried about as a population? Is this something that's been dropped on the UK population and other populations?
Right. It's these pathogens they're spraying. They're the aerosol injection, and they're spraying these type of pathogens and things that are harmful. It enters the respiratory system, and before you know it, it's in your bloodstream, and it's inside you.
Yeah. I've seen a few cases of people saying they've got Morgellons, and they're actually putting needles into the skin, pulling these things out of the skin. They're pulling them out, physically pulling them out of the skin. You can see the blood come out the arms. And they're saying the doctors won't recognise it as a real problem. You see there, look, the blue strand. So yeah, they're basically being ignored and costing them a lot of money to get doctors to look at it, and they're still getting the same answer. No, it's in your head. It's not real. Excuse me, what? It's not real. People need to watch some of these videos of these people that are suffering with it. They're pretty tragic. They really are.
That's very tragic.
These are, they're desperate people. Yeah. I mean, they're there crying on camera because they don't know what to do.
And the government doesn't want to help them.
And if this is something we should all be worried about, you should watch them videos and then see what kind of treatment you're going to get if you think you ever get it, because you're going to get no help whatsoever.
Yeah, some of these aerosol programs, some of these programs are directed and administered by NASA. Some of these technologies are their technologies that are used on us. The barium that's being used, also that's some of their technology. As you were suggesting, that it's probably being used to see the halo as well, or to manipulate it some way. That's a possibility. But again, with all the other chemtrails and all the other injections that are going on out there, there's so many different applications. So and none of them seem none of them seem to benefit mankind in any way.
No, they don't. I'm pretty sure there's other ones going on that we're not aware of. There's an idea now that I don't know if anyone's already doing this, taking microscopic samples like this and recording them just to see what they see on the car windscreen, or pick somewhere outside and get a swab from there. Because this was just from my car windscreen, on the corner of the windscreen. But yeah, those long strands look pretty scary to me. I don't recognise those. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, what's your take, Karen, on this fibrous material?
To me.
Sorry, I had my mic off. I don't know. I just listened to what FPV said about it when he played it on the Sun and Moon a few weeks ago. Don't know. It doesn't look very good, does it?
No.
Yeah, it's definitely not something natural, that's for sure. And you think that's on your car windscreen, and it seems to react to frequency.
All the black bits in it as well. Like everything's black.
That's just probably dirt off the windscreen, there'd be iron and aluminium filings and God knows what else in there from other chemtrails. But that's the day we had the red sky, and that's what surprised me when you see these strands.
It's biological warfare, Karen. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Nice.
Hello, Karen.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Seems to be dropping it on us every day, all day. Oh. Just, I've been we've been a bit cloudy today. It's been raining today, but yesterday I was looking at all the bloody chemtrails up in the sky. Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross.
Hard not to notice them, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make you want to go outside, does it, really?
Yeah.
I just wish that all of it would stop. Stop the evil. When you realise your life is so short in the first place, couldn't we just have a nicer time here? Why does everything have to be so evilly? Everybody's so ugly,
right.
everybody, but so many people are so ugly. It's like, oh, please.
Yeah. I agree. Absolutely.
And then, like that video that FPV's just played. I think, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not nice to look at that, is it? Thinking that's dropping down on you, your kids, your parents, your pets, animals in the fields.
We know that some of this stuff is responsible for Morgellons disease and dementia and whatnot. But what about all the other diseases? The cancers and all the allergies, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. I mean, just so many different things that people could be triggered because of these chemicals or being affected by these chemicals and causing these illnesses.
Yeah, it could be contagious as well.
Yeah,
right?
It could be contagious. I mean, and there's so many different compounds being used for so many different applications. They all have different purposes. I mean, we don't know what's going on, and everyone responds differently to all these different chemicals. So, some may be more resilient and not be affected, and some people maybe become ill very quickly. I don't know. This is all uncharted territory, and people are getting sick, and it's just really bizarre what's going on.
It's like a doctor said. Let me see. Quote. He says that what we're breathing in this chemtrails goes to our lungs, goes to our system, shuts our systems down. This is why there's so many deaths in the whole world. And once it gets to your lungs, it's very hard to take out. And that's his quotes that he said, And that's why there's so much cancer and beyond that, allergies. And our children, the children of the world, I'm going to say it that way, they are sick with this flu, okay, thinking it's a flu, allergies. It makes them go to the doctor, correct? And it makes them to get a vaccine.
Yeah, and then they get another something else.
So, and so that's where its target is the children as well, getting these vaccines in adults. Because of the chemtrails, basically.
They're also pushing the flu jabs a lot as well lately, I've noticed.
Yeah. So, it's targeting everyone. Our animals. I mean, I had two dogs, okay, and they passed away in the same year, and it's because of these chemtrails. My trees are dead because of the chemtrails. And if you see all the animals dying, like cows, and if you really look back and research it, you see all these animals dying, and you're talking about thousands, okay, in different countries, and it's because of the chemtrails. It's not because of pollution or because they're dying of age. It's because of this all this stuff that they're putting. I was going to say a word, but I won't say it. But these chemtrails are killing everything: human beings, animals, plants, everything for their
Yeah,
gain.
that also takes you back to what are they dropping upon us, and then you look at around the world, and you look at some of the headlines: 7 million chickens, but had to be destroyed because they got bird flu. Where did that bird flu come from? This is a total.
Exactly.
This can be control. You control population's food sources or anything with that, couldn't you? Fly over, drop some of this. Oh, look, we've got bird flu. Better get rid of all these birds.
Or cow. What is it called? Cow. What was
Yeah,
that word
yeah.
for the cows?
Mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad cow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's in
then
my opinion that was contaminated meat. I think they contaminated meat or coated it with fluoride, and I think they overdone it because the symptoms now, looking at them, it made apparently mad cow disease or BSE turned your brain into a sponge. It fills it with holes. That's exactly what fluoride does to your brain.
yeah,
Yeah.
going
So
back to the
what is the
chemtrails and the
difference?
children. I'm sorry, FPV.
Yeah.
Um, when they had the HINI that you had to get that shot, that vaccine. I mean, that has to do with
Yeah.
everything that's happening now with chemtrails. And it's their excuse to say, oh, this child needs to have that vaccine, or adults, the HINI, which is all BS. It was just
Hmm.
to give an injection to us for their gain again. But the reality of this is all the chemtrails that they're putting on us
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get us sick. Oh,
it's a chemical warfare, and what they do is when they can weather manipulation and solar radiation control and all these things, this carbon monoxide removal and all these different applications they're claiming chemtrails are doing. They're just controlling everything and keeping us in this oppression with it, controlling our food supply, controlling, like you were saying, they control the bacteria in the sky, and they control what animals live and what animals die, and what people are going to get what diseases. It's very selective, it seems like, and it's working.
Yeah, it's a total control
It,
system,
it's
however
it's
you
a
look at
total
it, isn't
control
it?
system. Yeah. Yeah. It's time to get the flu season out. All right, and all of a sudden everybody's getting sick. Everyone's got the flu. These epidemics are just not random anymore. Is what I'm saying. I'm
No,
suggest
no, they're
I'm
not. No,
suggesting they're planned. They're all planned. Yeah.
yeah. Well, you look at kids nowadays. When I was a kid, kids were rarely ill. When I was little, yeah, you maybe got the measles or German measles or mumps or something, But you look at around the kids now, they're getting things that you'd never heard of when I
Right.
was kids. Autism, I'd never heard of it before, like 80s onwards.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
there's new problems being born from these pharmaceutical industries.
Hmm.
That's what I'll put it down to, and it's just creating an empire for themselves to live upon. When you think about it, they're harming you so they can live off you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
They're like leeching off you, isn't it?
Well,
It's going to cost you money to get
it's the
treatment.
same formula that we've all been saying. It's problem, reaction, solution. And they'll create a problem, and they'll get a reaction, and they'll have an alleged solution. It's not really a solution, is it? It's never really a solution. It just gives you hope
No,
that it might be a solution. That's
yeah,
all they
it's
want to
just
do is give you
they're
hope.
following.
Yeah, it's all BS. But
Yeah.
it's all control. Yeah,
I
ultimately it's all control.
people aren't complaining about this enough. I mean, I suppose where do you go? But people aren't looking up enough, and most people don't see these chemtrails.
A lot of people still don't even believe in them,
I can't
Right.
help
which is
every
hard
day.
to believe.
I know which clouds are harp clouds because they've got these sort of ripples in them. It's just only every day outside my house. It starts in the morning because obviously I've stayed up really late some nights and I've watched like as the blue sky appears and then the chemtrails are there straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I want to also mention, you know how everybody has arthritis or your bones hurt, and this because of chemtrails. That's one point. Second point is that why are we in a bad mood? Because of the chemtrails. That's the second point. So, when we have our bones hurting, it's not because of this, the clouds, the real clouds come in. It's because all this chemtrails are happening to us. When we're upset, going crazy because we're all mad and we're stressed, it's because of chemtrails. This is what I see. I read. Um, that's what's going on with our body as well. We're just being upset. Too much mood wise. You change it. You're good. You're sad. You're crying. You're anger. You're hurting. I mean, the whole emotional, mental is caused by the chemtrails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could attribute. Hey, Wiz, what's up?
Hi, Wiz.
Hey,
Hi
dude.
guys, how you guys doing?
All right.
There's
I
All
was.
right.
there's harp chemtrail there in that cloud. Look, that's a harp cloud. There's a bit
Yeah,
there's
it's got the rippling effect.
yeah, that's
I can definitely agree with you, Katz, that to some of the emotional, I guess, roller coasters that some people have. Um, they're like I said, they're controlling people on a lot of different levels, and through the chemicals, more than likely that it's affecting people in different ways. Like I said, different people are triggered different ways. We all respond differently. So
If they are using strontium, and I've been hearing this that they have strontium coming out of these chemtrails.
mhm.
Do you guys look up strontium nitrate? Okay. Um, when I was 25, I had an antique chemistry set which had strontium nitrate in it, and I worked for Green Care Fertilizers. And the guy said, Larry Metcalf said, it's a great fertilizer, awesome fertilizer, like top shelf, top line. He said, but the problem with it is that the plants don't process it out. It stays in the plant and it causes cancer and all kinds of other health, not benefits, health. I want to say disasters, but you know what I'm saying, all right? It causes,
Yeah.
Health
yeah,
issues, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, health issues.
Complications, health complications, right, right.
Right. So if the plants can't process it out, and if that is strontium nitrate they're spraying, then you know that the human body is not going to process it out, and through childbirth or whatnot, it's going to get passed on and passed on and passed on and passed on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Look up,
Yeah.
look up strontium nitrate and see if that's the same thing that I've been hearing about them spraying strontium.
I think that'll be DNA changing material as well. That.
They want to alter that, yeah. But definitely, I
Yeah.
mean, stuff like that. I mean, I don't doubt that they're not that they're. I don't doubt that they're not that they're spraying that. I'm sorry. They're spraying that, and they're spraying a lot of different compounds, like I was saying. But to get the list of stuff, we're never going to get a definitive list. It's just going to be, it's going to have to be done by our own research. A
Yeah,
lot of
for sure.
universities have, done research on the topic, but it's basically on the metals that are being released. Um, that's basically it. They're not talking about strontium or anything else like that.
Oh, okay, I was going to say too that strontium nitrate is supposedly banned in the United States as well. So
Yeah,
While Karen mentioned harp guys, I'll just show you this while it's fresh in the mind. You recognise that pattern? You see that image, yeah? Tell me you can see that
yeah.
image. Recognise
yeah,
the pattern?
no, what is that?
Right, that's harp's configuration. That's what the
Yeah,
antennas
it looks like
are
harp.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know where that? Do you know where this is from?
Is that
No,
Alaska?
what is it?
This is from the Nazca lines.
That's on the Nazca line?
That is one of the Nazca lines in the mountains.
And it has all that there?
It has all that there. So you know what I'm telling you about Nazca relating to the other projects we're into is 100% correct.
Yeah, the
I thought-
correlation just connects. Wow, these dots keep
That's
getting
crazy.
more and more connected and closer to each other. Not only do they
Yeah.
connect, they're very
We
close
won't-
to each other now.
We wouldn't say
I
track
always
into
thought-
that project, but yeah, I thought I'd show you that while you mentioned harp. I'll put it back to the.
I'm sorry. I just always thought harp was in Alaska. I didn't know they had many different harp stations.
Well, I think the original one's down in Antarctica, and every other one since then's been a copy.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, looking at the skies now. Remember I mentioned about the halos, people. We do want people recording these halos when they show up in the sky because we need to pinpoint what part of what landmass they're over. So if you ever see them halos in the sky, make sure you try and get a photo or a video of them, and let us know. Let one of us know because it will be added to another video. We are trying to locate them all. There's 90 odd. There's 90 plus easy. Could be even more.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go outside more. I'll try, but I've got nothing. I can't. I don't have a very clear sight of the sky. I've got trees everywhere because I'm in northern Minnesota. I'm in what's called the Northwest Territories, and I've got like forests everywhere. I'll try. I'll try to take a look.
Yeah, just keep your eye for them. That's all you can do, really. You know, any helps because at least we can identify which one it is. You know, which over which area. You know, it does help a bit.
I've taken photographs out there, and you can see them that they're in layers. One goes across, one goes above high, one goes above, and they cross over. So they're gridding it in layers.
Yeah, I've seen them do the same. I was saying to Trotter earlier on, they go from south to north in UK. I can see them doing it in the distance. So they do south to north, and then they do east to west. And you don't see them for a couple of days, and then they start doing it again. So we're getting it a bit less than the States, but we are getting it. You know, it's there nearly every day. It's blown past or ruining your day or your sky.
Well,
We've had lots of rain the last few months.
FPV, you have that vid about Arizona, right?
I have what?
Remember the vid that we had showing Arizona and New York? Do you remember that vid?
The chemtrails.
Yes.
Not on me. I'd have to find that one. It was a while ago I made that, wasn't it?
I know it's been a while, but yeah,
I've still got it, but I'd have to dig it out, and I've got hundreds of videos all over these drives.
It's very interesting about New York when they said this is your last chance. It was a message to the New Yorkers, you know, and even us because we saw the vid. I did at least, and it's just giving us a heads up. Hey, this is what they're doing. This is your last chance, you know. It's crazy, you know. And Arizona is terrible too. I mean, it's all pitch white. It's not dark black like California is, but it's constantly white here. Can't see the blue sky. You really can't go outside. For example, I can't go outside because I start coughing or my eyes are watery or, you know, you can smell it, you know, all the time. But I can't go outside too much because I start coughing like I am now. But again, it goes into your lungs. That's why we have coughs. Excuse me.
I've smelt it at night time. I've smelt it myself at night time. It smells like the smell of burnt metal. You probably smelt the bit like a burnt smell of metal, like a metallic smell and taste in the air. I've smelled that a few
Exactly.
times at night time. So yeah, that tells me that's what they're dropping at night time. What they're doing during the day, I've no idea.
Well, going back on me, well, in our state, they has everybody's asleep, right? And they'll go down way down where no one will seeing them, right? And you do smell it because I wake up with bad headaches, and it's because of that, really bad, and allergies. Well, they're not allergies, but that's how I feel sometimes. But unfortunately, we can't stop them. There's no way to stop them, even though I had mentioned something on Pancho's about it, and someone said, she's was talking about it 20 years ago, but we need to go to our government, which are senators and our governors, to stop this. I know that Las Vegas stopped it, and I think there's 3 more states that have stopped it, but we all, around the world needs to stop it, and it's not just our country; it's everyone.
What
And if
Yeah,
about
we unite, just like
it seems to be a program they've put into operation, and they're just going to never end until people drop out the sky and there's no one left to fly planes because they've all got dementia.
well,
You
what
know,
about
Right.
ones
it's
going
going to
across
run itself
the
into the
sky?
ground, isn't it?
They don't
Right.
look like aeroplanes and have got dark lines, and there's a dark line travelling before it in the clouds. And there's no plane. There's just a dark thing. There's just a thing making a dark line. I've captured them out there. If you're not looking properly, you think it's an aeroplane, but actually, when you take pictures and zoom in, it's not an aeroplane. I don't know
Right.
what it is, but it's making a dark line in the clouds, and then it's travelling behind the dark line. You know what
The
I'm
aircraft is.
saying?
Right. Right.
Well, it's not
Right. It's like
aircraft. I've got pictures zoomed in. They're not aircraft. I don't know what they are, but they're not aircraft. Not an aeroplane,
But
anyway.
it's possibly they have drones doing it as well.
yeah, it could be a drone.
Yeah, it could possibly be a drone. I would say
You know
I
what?
would say they're
It makes the
experimenting with any
dark line.
nowadays.
It makes the dark line in front, and the dark line's going first, and then whatever it is following after it.
Mm-hmm.
You must have seen some of those, mustn't you?
I've seen the ones a white sky, and then the ones with the black trail come right over the top of it. You can clearly see the black trails being overlaid on top of the white haze. Yeah, I've seen them come right over my city.
I'd put a
Yeah.
few pictures up. I don't actually know how to share it on my phone.
I would recommend people, in areas like this where they're getting heavy, definitely wear a mask outdoors, or find some nasal respirator or something.
Terrible. You've got.
I'm not sure.
Got
Well,
to
you
wear,
guys. It
wear
seems like
masks.
when the whole global warming narrative came in, and they were pushing for it, is when chemtrails started to come about, and it seems that they were using this this false story about increasing the atmosphere. What I want to say is reducing the sun's exposure to Earth to cool it down, and that's been an excuse what they've been saying, and through that they're infiltrating other technologies and saying that they're
Well, yeah, you're right.
well,
Because do these pilots even know what's in them containers? Probably not.
right. They're
It's
saying
gonna
yes.
take.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you go. Sorry.
It's what I was talking about is solar radiation management. Their claims is that and carbon dioxide removal, but through these technologies, they're doing other things, you know, and it's not good stuff. It's just that's their
Backdoor
excuse.
promotion.
So how
Yeah.
can we stop them when they're claiming this is what we're using it for, but they're not.
No, it's nothing
And
to do
everybody,
with what they said it was, is it? It's nothing at all to
no,
do with global warming or climate change,
yeah,
because that's
there's
been
no,
debunked. They were caught out in the 90s by Lord
yeah,
Monckton in UK. He caught them out that they were fiddling the figures. To get the figures they had to lie, and it was proved by Lord Monckton. I'm pretty sure he's over in the States doing a speech about it back end of last year.
yeah.
And this is going back 10 years. So, it's still ongoing, even though it's been debunked.
I want to jump back to what you were saying about wearing masks. That's not going to help. Paper masks are not going to help. If you look into painting, people, when you wear a respirator for painting, you either need Sometimes you need a recycling, I forget how it's called, respirator, where it recycles the air for you with tubes. When in painting, we also used carbon filters, but that's only for organics. When you get into the heavy chemicals, you need a chemical filter. And here in Minnesota, the NIOSH, we use the pink filters for chemical filters. And you're going to be looking at chemical filters. You don't. So these regular paper masks or cloth masks or organic masks aren't going to help. You're going to want to be looking into chemical masks, chemical filters.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nasal respirators. Someone needs to design two little plug things that just push them into your nostrils, and you can breathe okay through them. It's quite, it's a bit more discreet than a gas mask on your face.
Oh yeah, but
just walking
I haven't.
Surprised no one's small like that yet.
I have, in my years of painting, I've never seen anything that small. Never. It's either a facial hooded mask, a glass mask. Part facial where it covers from your forehead all the way down to your chin with the filters on the side. Those things cost here like somewhere like $400 for glass. You can get plastic as well. Never seen anything that small that you're talking about. You just stick in your nose, But for breathing wise, yeah. But for skin wise, no, I don't know anything about skin wise. There's nothing really that helps that. You just wash it off.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't have a clue what's dropping on our skin, do we?
You have to wear. You have to wear a
isn't
hazmat
the chemtrails also burn your skin? And some people.
Yeah.
Has I heard?
That's been I've heard about. That did happen to some people. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing.
During the eclipse, when they sprayed that bacteria, people claimed that they had random skin irritations.
Yeah. So basically, even our own bodies, we can't protect.
Anonymous guest says in chat there, IQ Air is what it uses in Germany to filter VOCs. We've got an array of special filters above and beyond simple HEPA. So that could be
VOCs. Yeah. I'm glad he said that because I couldn't remember. We'll be walking around in hazmat suits before long.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, we wear a hazmat suit. That's craziness.
To be
one of those NDC of eBay, nuclear biological warfare kit.
Well, to be honest, the regular mask that you can put over your mouth doesn't even help either. And the sad part is that the government that's doing all this, they do wear masks. They have some kind of vaccine that helps them for them not to be the way we are right now. That's the way I see it, and I think I'm 100% it's true. Because how they get affected too if they've done it, on all of us. So if it doesn't hurt them, then they're being protected by some kind of vaccine. That's my take.
Yeah, they've either got vaccines or they're just not going out in it, or they're in locations where it doesn't even get sprayed. It does say low to middle income countries are getting a lot worse, 100%.
Right.
And high income countries, 20%. Well, they're probably not spraying the high income countries, whichever they might be. But it's probably, it's in the atmosphere, so it must be drifting all over the world, not just concentrated on cities in countries.
So is Dubai getting sprayed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good question. Not sure.
Yeah, see, like where I'm at, an hour from Duluth, and a couple hours from the Twin Cities. They're south of me, and I don't hardly ever see an airplane in the air. But that does not mean that I'm not getting any of the chemical, because from what I remember, when I first heard about HAARP many years ago, they were talking about how they could manipulate the atmosphere, move it up and down. They could move the jet streams up, move the jet streams down. So all they would have to do is place the chemicals in the right areas to spray them, and then just let the jet streams take it.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? The answer to your question, Trot, was no, the Middle East aren't getting sprayed according to that data I'm looking at. But you know, that might just be because they haven't got access to data there. I don't know.
No, you're right. It's possible. Yeah, as far as altitudes go, they definitely vary, and they probably do use certain wind currents to their advantage when they spray, depending what they want, where they're trying to locate. Kind of like a bomber, you know, you spray in a certain area, and it's gonna end up landing in a certain spot. So, you know, when this stuff goes out in the air, it just goes wherever the wind current's gonna take it. So I'm sure they keep an eye on that.
Well, if they timed it right and released it into the atmosphere from, say, Antarctica, knowing how the halos work, they could plan, you know, where it would drop. So if they dropped it in a certain part of the sky, guarantee a halo, and the wind that's generated from said halo is going to take it in the direction they want it to go in.
I wonder if they're using seasons too, because it would make sense to me to spray more during the summertime because it would spread out more. I would think it would hang a little bit longer and to be able to be carried like that. Whereas in wintertime, it's cold and I think it would drop faster. So I wonder if they're using seasons, you know, spray more during the summer, you know, but keep it going in the winter for concentrated areas and more in the summer for more expanse.
Yeah, that makes sense again, wouldn't it? Switch at different times of year, because it might not be as effective in winter as it is in summer, depending what they're spraying, I suppose.
Yeah,
Just like cats.
I'm here.
Why? What happened there then?
What happened to Totter?
I don't know. I thought we'd been sniped or something there when I seen people drop out. What happened?
I was coughing.
I must have said something wrong. They got me.
Must be in such a subject, yeah.
Oh, poor Totter.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is, yeah.
Oh, God, I was gonna say
I
something.
don't know what happened.
It went blank.
Three of you dropped out at the same time then.
Who got left then?
Oh, wow. All three of us, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Cats were left, and Trotter, Karen, and you was all dropped out at the same time. I actually thought we'd been sniped. I was just going to do a quick jump into the hangout, see who was there.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we didn't get sniped.
Looks like something else.
Good. I was saying if they're spraying at night, we won't know what's going on, will we? Because if there's cloud coverage and they're spraying at night, we won't have any idea.
Wow, you got to be careful about that spraying at night too, because if you got mosquitoes in your area and they walk like here in Minnesota, make a joke about mosquitoes are a state bird, and they do mosquito spraying. So I wouldn't doubt that they're incorporating it into that as well. So if you got anybody going around spraying in the neighborhood with these trucks and whatnot, you know, they're definitely.
All right,
yeah.
There's I was looking up on chemtrails again more often lately. The ranchers, which is the lands and the ranchers, they're supporting all this BS. Our electricity companies are supporting it. They're sponsoring it, really. There are so many companies are sponsoring this chemtrails. I couldn't believe what I saw and who are they? I was shocked, big time. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And it's sad because they're supporting 100% with them. And there's a lady, she's in California, okay? She lives there. She's in her 80s. She's the one that started all these chemtrails. It was her idea to start, which is sad because she confessed that she started it. And she works somewhere within the government. Don't know where in California, but she is.
Probably Jet Propulsion Laboratories or some sort of NASA faction, some government department of some sort. But
go ahead. I was gonna say with this chemtrailing stuff, have you guys looked into yet? If you look up woman creates fake meteors or something like this, and it's just she's supposed to be using it for like fireworks type displays. That might be the next step for chemtrailing. Would be to use some Japanese company created these fake meteors for entertainment purposes and I guess observation purposes or whatnot, whatever. That might be those might be the next like aerial bombs for these chemtrails.
That would be sneaky, but it wouldn't. Yeah, but I would expect that like localized. You buy this at your own risk. You know, it'll maybe have the name on it, the Morgellons rocket or a comet or something like that. You know, I've seen a video earlier. I know it's not related, but it was relating to you could pay $25 million. That would get you an airdrop of X amount of miniature drones that can seek humans, target them, and kill them. That was a real advert. How insane! How insane is the world becoming? I'll give you a link to that afterwards.
Great.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff there.
That is really insane thing. What'll shock you is what they're using. You know, the examples they're using is what'll shock you. You know, I'll let you watch the video though. I won't spoil it. I'll give you the link. I'll go and get the link to it now, and I'll drop it in chat. Hold on.
Can I just say I've got to go to bed in a minute. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I've got to go to work in a minute. But I wanted to come on because Kat's invited me to come on. So thank you, Kat. Is she there? Kat's.
She's got her mute. Yeah, Karen, thank you for coming aboard. It's a pleasure.
Long, but I was a bit late. I was somewhere else earlier on. Oh, there's Cats. Anyway, it's good to see the family.
Good to hear me.
Likewise.
Am I mute?
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
No, you're not on mute, Cats. You're good.
Thanks, Karen.
Oh, sorry it wasn't very long. Ask me again and I'll come on a bit earlier, but you know I was somewhere else earlier on. Anyway, big hugs for Cats, Michael, FBB, Chris. Yeah.
Likewise.
Okay.
Sun and Moon are back on tomorrow with Aaron and the Lumin Project.
Oh, fantastic. I'm off tomorrow. Yay.
See you all tomorrow.
Yes, this would be great. Good. I got some questions for him. Fantastic.
Anyway, well done, FTV, and your video of the chemtrails. It's a horrible subject, but more people need to know about those horrible chemtrails.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, they're not my videos. My video is the one with the Morgellons suspect sample.
Yeah.
The rest are Chow Yun Cats and Stan Smith's videos. These. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. So no night,
Good night, Karen. Sleep well.
Good night, Karen.
Far.
Thank you very much for coming by.
Oh, big hugs. Thank you, Kat.
Big hugs. Yep.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
You know, I wonder with this chemtrailing this stuff must be too heavy to be seeding clouds, and that's why they're chemtrailing, huh? Because otherwise they'd already have it packed up in clouds and just keep moving across.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
I tell you what, I've seen some strange looking clouds recently. You know, you look at a certain cloud and you think it looks like a plastic or cardboard cutout just moving across the sky, and it's not shape changing. I've seen a few like that recently. You know, I'm talking big clouds, not little ones. You think, wow, that looks. You know, you could just imagine like a Zeppelin airship inside steering it along, but you can't see. You know, and it wasn't changing shape. Yet all the others were around it. I thought, wow, how weird's that? You know, I should recall it now because it was just so out of place that it wasn't shape changing.
I don't know how to say her last name correctly, so I'm gonna murder it probably. But Shanna Honea showed me a cloud, and I was like, "What is that?" Honey? Okay, Shanna Honey showed me a cloud, and I'm like, "What is that?" And she said, "That's a chem cloud," and I was like, "Wow, that's really odd looking." And do you guys remember? Must have been late 70s, early 80s, maybe even mid 80s. You guys ever remember the first time you saw a jet airplane going across and you noticed that the trail didn't dissipate as quickly as it used to?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a comtrail versus a chemtrail. Two different
Oh,
things.
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know what a contrail was. I thought it was
That's
all. I just,
a regular passenger aircraft has the contrail.
yeah.
Um,
When I started hearing about these chemtrails here on YouTube and whatnot, that's the first thing I thought of. Is I remembered back. It was somewhere between late '70s to mid '80s. I remember seeing for the first time one of these trails not dissipating as quickly as they used to, and I just was like, oh, okay. Didn't pay nothing of it. You know, I was young. Didn't pay no attention of it other than that. I was just like, oh, that's strange.
yeah, I
AG's,
remember that.
AG's
Yeah, I
in the
remember that
chat,
now.
guy.
But go
Carry
ahead,
on.
FEV. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, anonymous guest in the chat there, he said nanotech aka Mogellons is claimed to be destroyed using an EMP. There's a guy in Mexico offering a full body EMP treatment. He's going to try and find the link for that. So yeah,
Oh, awesome.
that's what I said to you earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
you
said
did.
use a taser.
Some sort of taser. You taser yourself,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
taser yourself. That'll sort them out.
Yeah. You did say that. But no, I was Wizlaws. But today there's so much more there. It's so much more prevalent today. Um, and their applications are there's so many different applications, and there's so many different compounds being used. It's just craziness now. It's chaos. Like I was saying, it's mayhem is what it is. And as a kid, yeah, I used to see the jets go by, and they didn't leave trails. They just had a slight little trail, and then it would just disappear, and that'd be it. And then as years go by, they'd get longer, and they sustain, and they would take longer to disperse and turn into this grayish cloud, and then they would fade away. But then that was just a few jets. Now there's jets just flying all day, just blasting everybody. All the cities are getting it. It's craziness, man.
Yeah, they're just looping back and two, going over the same cities over and over now. They're not
Yeah.
flights going on routes anymore. It's just one's bombing the city with whatever they're releasing at the time.
They're just blasting the cities.
It's like World War
going
II
back.
all over again, but an invisible weapon.
Yeah.
Going back on the weather, what you guys were talking about the weather type. Here in our state, it's supposed to be winter, right? I was telling Trotter, it's supposed to be winter, and it's not. It's summer. We're in the 80s. And it's because of the chemtrails. It hit it, the sun, and it heats it. So we're never cooling down at all.
Right. It's magnifying it what did they claim? It's supposed to be solar radiation management, and it's supposed to be cooling the earth, but it's actually doing the opposite, which
Exactly.
we both said. Didn't we say that, FPV? It's going to be the opposite, and that's exactly what's going on. There's a living testimony there. Arizona should be cooling down, but yet it's getting hotter.
Everywhere now should be cooling down because every 400 years there seems to be a cycle where it cools. And the UK, Northern Europe, like UK, was destined to have a cold freeze for about 60 years, the next 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's cooling down. It's not warming up. So it's a complete reversal and lies what they're telling. Yeah, I've put the link to that drone video that I mentioned in chat there if anyone wants to bookmark it. It's worth a look. Look at it and be shocked by the implications of it, I would say.
Well, I'm going to agree with you on that it is cooling down, but there's areas that are getting aerosol and their temperatures are higher than normal still, even this late in the year, like her in Arizona. So you're saying Arizona generally does cool down and it actually becomes wintertime?
Yes, it does.
It gets cold at night?
The end of October, we started cool down. We're already almost the end of November, and it hasn't even really cooled down. I still have my AC on and a fan blowing. So yeah, it's hot still here. Unfortunately, we wish we had our winter started already, but it hasn't. That's what I'm saying. Arizona, it's a good state to be at because you have December, January, that's it, basically. November is a little bit chilly, not too much. And then in February, it starts to warm up a little in the 70s now. And then we have good weather. It's just this year it's been too hot in November for us, at least.
Have you noticed that with the sun sometimes? You get a day in the sun, and it's not a blazing hot summer. The sun's not high above you. Yet it feels the intensity and heat from it seems to feel like it's burning your skin, and it seems so out of place for where the sun's altitude is, or it's like something's magnified its effect on you. It seems to me. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've noticed it been out, and it really stinging your skin like it would on in the middle of a hot summer's day. And you look around, it's a cool wind. It shouldn't be that kind of heat of it or effect of it, should I say?
Oh, definitely. The sun has intensified. Definitely. Because 20 years ago, I used to walk around in 20 pounds of clothes. I used to wear like 2 layers of pants, up to 5 layers of shirts, just because I like the heat because of my back and my muscles. So the heat would relax them. And nowadays, I can't do that. I absolutely almost go into heat stroke. So I have to wear regular layers like everybody else these days. So it's definitely gotten more intense.
Yeah, it's intense and out of place for the season.
Do you think
out in the midsummer.
You think it's been augmented because of the geoengineering and the chemtrails and all this other aerosol injections that's been going on? FPV,
it seems to be it seems to be coinciding. It seems to all be falling into place like that. Yeah, it seems to be.
I would expect that effect. If they're putting aerosols into the atmosphere, then it must be having a magnifying effect on light, then particles in the atmosphere. So it could be related to that. We're getting like a magnifying glass on an ant kind of idea.
Well, especially like the aluminum that they're putting into the air is what I'm hearing, right? Ionized aluminum or something like that. Wouldn't that act the same as aluminum particles in the air reflecting heat? I mean, isn't that the same as ionized aluminum, a little different?
I'm not sure what the aluminium's what their purpose is for using it, but it harms all life forms that are breathing it in. I know that. That was another thing I was going to say. An electric shock is what you want. It'll kill Morgellons, but also we're electrical beings and we're breathing in iron, which is a zero conductor, and aluminium, which is a poor conductor. We need high conductors in our body, like silver, gold, that kind of content. Mm-hmm. So an electric shock would, it'll bridge some gaps. I would say it's probably a good treatment for someone that's got dementia. Give them an electric shock, hit them with a taser, bridge them connections back up, clear them connections, and I bet you see a different person.
Yeah, shock them and give them silver.
I'm not authorizing testing it though. But yeah, I would taser myself just to make sure there's nothing in me. Guarantee it.
Yeah, I guess you zap it right out of yourself.
Yeah, electric shock wouldn't harm you. I think
just buy yourself a taser gun and just get zapped. Have one of your buddies zap you with the taser gun.
I followed a tutorial years ago off YouTube.
It'll put you right on your back.
No, you can make one out of, you can make a taser out of a disposable camera. The disposable cameras you can buy. You can make a taser out of it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I hit one of those with a screwdriver once. It took a chunk right out of the metal. Those capacitors.
Yeah, really?
I've touched my skin with it before. It wasn't that harsh.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. These people that's got clearer minds. Well, I wouldn't say clearer minds, but switched on people. Have they ever had electric shocks before? There's people out there that's been hit by lightning. Just walking around. It can't harm you, can it? Not on not the right scale, anyway.
I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I was sleeping at a friend's house. They had this big R2D2 night light. It was bright. Anyways, I went to go unplug it, and I thought I unplugged it, and it was still on. So I went to reach back behind the dresser again to grab it, and what I did is I pulled the casing off, so I grabbed all the contacts. Holy crap, man! I about got thrown across the room. I mean, I was stuck on it for a little while, and my arm was shaking like it was going in my arm was going into a hard seizure, and finally it threw me off. It was some rough
Yeah.
stuff.
There's
Rough.
another thing we need to worry about, people.
Contract all your muscles, yeah.
They
Yeah.
put metals. If they put metals into the atmosphere, you know, it's blown around in the atmosphere. It's all over the ground, absolutely littering the ground with iron and various conductive metals.
Yeah.
You remember I said about the moon arcing out?
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
eventually that could happen again. An arcing from the sun or moon across the ground.
Wait a minute. When did you?
It's going to bring the ground to life.
When did you see the moon arc out? Because again, all my stuff is from 20 years ago. I have not.
No, I haven't seen it arc out. My theory was the creator Taicho once arced out onto Earth somewhere, and these ancient structures that Artie shows was the victims of said strikes. That's
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. Yeah, I think you have more than just a theory there, because the timing and synchronicity that this happened in, I was in my room and I got this feeling to go up on my apartment roof, and I'm 3 floors up. I went on the roof. I looked at the moon and I felt like I was gonna project my entire thoughts into the moon, my entire being into the moon, and let my mind open up and like kind of talk to God and through the moon. When I was done, I said, "That's me. That's me." An arc went down the left side of the moon, and I was facing south, and that was 20 years ago. So your theory about the moon arcing, yeah, I don't think it's a theory at all. I think it's real because of that day.
So you witnessed
I don't think
it.
it's a theory whatsoever. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was just, I just happened to go through the motions to get to the right timing to see it, go through the motions and go through like this, I don't know, you want to call it ritualistic or just going through the mechanics of the motion, just so I can be at that point in time, at that moment for that to happen. You know, it's like kind of being tuned in. And yeah, so I've seen it. So when you say it's
really
a theory,
man.
I don't think it's not a theory at all. Not from what I've seen.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
I would go along with that. Anyway, let's get back on subject. We've got a nice image to show you here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No one in the chat can see our avatar or the bed.
Yeah, it's because I'm screen sharing.
But I know, but they can't see nothing. Not even the vid that you're putting now.
How come? I can see it.
We can see it here, but we can't see it in chats. Chats can't see it.
Press one in chat if you can see the chemtrail video playing. I'll have to wait a few seconds for the delay. It's worse than NASA here, isn't it, with these delays? Anyway, while it's doing that, I'll just grab this image. Here you go, this one. Can you see that, yeah?
I can see that. Is that those halos?
No, that's Venus. That's barium lighting up Venus, and see the halo that Venus is following.
Yeah.
See what it will arc and go down beyond the horizon, and possibly another one to the right of there, or a rainbow. It's either rainbow or halo to the right, but the one Venus is on, that's under the halo, and you can see clearly it follows it. Like the sun, you know, when the sun goes onto these various halos, it lights them up, and you'll see nodal points to each side of it lit up.
Yeah, I see one.
Sometimes it can look like 2 or 3 suns in the sky at a distance.
Yeah,
it's just like one, you know.
Just behind the mountain there, or just behind the tree line.
These are the kind of images or videos that I want people to try and record, because, you know, this is barium lighting up these poles. Now, I'd like NASA to explain to me here how barium in our atmosphere is escaping all the way to Venus and lighting it up. Because that is Venus in the top left. So, yeah, it's another mockery of space, isn't it? How far is Venus away from Earth? It's just over there, guys, look.
Yeah, it looks like
it's not that far away, you know. Barium in our atmosphere should not be showing Venus like that, should it?
Not at all.
Yep, and the barium is in the atmosphere because of geoengineering. Alleged geoengineering.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, they actually admit that, don't they? And we've seen the tankers.
Right,
We're not
exactly.
stupid.
We're not stupid. They're trying to tap into a different technology also at the same time with the
So it's
halos.
not, it's nice to see other images of the sun. It's lighting up on a halo, like Venus. There, I've seen a different one of Venus caught in a similar photograph. So yeah, I don't know if Mars will ever show up. I hope so. It's probably just a bit further down the road there, with a 10 mile that way. But yeah, there's the kind of things that give the game away. That helps other projects when you see things like that going on, because it shows you how small the universe really is, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fascinating, man. It's good stuff. I've said that before about this. This is just like a cutting edge topic here. His research is just it's just really good stuff, man.
You
I
can see
love
the
it.
chemtrails in between the lines. See the sky, all what you call that word now? Like blotted out, isn't it? White haze in
Hmm.
between those lines. You can see the white haze. Yeah, I mean that should probably be a nice crisp blue winter sky,
Hmm.
ruined by chemtrailing. Clearly,
Yeah, it should be a crispy clear sky. Right, exactly.
this image was taken somewhere in Russia. So that explains the cold region. It's their time and their winter time. And yeah,
It's an awesome
that's it.
picture, though, isn't
It
it?
is, isn't it? It's a lovely view. And look at
Beautiful.
It
Venus.
is.
It's like I don't know if you got swallows in your country. The bird, the flying bird called a swallow. It looks similar to a swallow, the shape of Venus.
Does that look like a halo?
Yeah, that's the halo. That's Venus going around the edge of a halo.
Okay.
So you can see where it's going. It's going down to the right. No, outside
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
left. I'm not sure if it's gone, but I think it's to the right.
Mm.
But yeah, there's that's a nice capture, and it shows bariums illuminating Venus and its halo. Venus and its path it follows. So explain
Yeah,
that one a bit.
it's enhancing the silhouette, the
Yeah,
outline of it. You can
barium
actually see it.
lights up geomagnetic lines or electric lines from pole to pole. It said so. There clearly it's lighting the whole pole up and what's on it.
Yep.
Or in this case, the halo on Venus, wherever Venus may be.
That's that would be a nice picture to have hanging on your wall.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Hmm.
I should add it. I should add it. Have it moving down the halo, going out of
I
sight.
I had FPV send me that when we had like our private chat, and he shared this image with me, and I'm like, "Can you send that to me, please?" And he did. I was like, "Oh, thanks, brother." So yeah, it's one of my favorite images. It's funny that you said that, cats. It is. It's a really nice image.
Oops.
Yeah, I've,
Yeah.
I've got a video. Yeah, well, the ham. If you remember the guy at the ham, he does the P900 recordings when he's flying on aircraft, and he's got a video, a P900 video of Venus. It still looks similar shape to that, even through his camera. And it's only because he's at altitude you're seeing it's probably true form. I think we just see part of it down here on the ground, or when you look into the telescope, it's just a white blob in it, a featureless white blob. That's all we get to see. But when you look at these from altitude, it's a whole different ballgame when you start looking at them. You get like a side view aspect of them.
Yeah.
Well, some of the images he brings back looks like a side view aspect, and it's not what you expect to see.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm just doing the DJ thing in the background, putting another video on for you. With Chem Sky, hold on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Please show us some more stuff. What else was there about these chemtrails? We're just kind of touching the surface, I guess. This subject goes deep, you guys. You guys know that. Um, to do it in 2 hours would never do the topic justice. So we're gonna probably do segments. Um, the three of us will probably have another episode on the same topic, probably going a little deeper on what they're doing with this stuff.
Yeah, it's basically to highlight the awareness. We are aware it's going on. The whole community is aware. I think the whole world must be aware by now, but doesn't seem to be a great deal of talking of the materials, the problems, health problems that's being caused from it. We can see that. Look at the statistics I've shown from the Alzheimer's Society, and they're shocking figures. They need talking on very high levels when you look at those numbers. That's hundreds of millions of people there.
Yeah, I would like to know more about the legal implications of geoengineering. That's something that hasn't been discussed either. But yeah, we could definitely get more into this stuff, and I think we should do that. What do you think, Katz? Is Katz there?
Maybe getting chemtrails. She's maybe holding her breath. Hold your breath when you can hear the plane going over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sad but true, You just couldn't hold your breath that long, could you, really? She must have dropped it out. Hello, Katz.
Oh,
There you are.
Hey, Katz.
I'm here.
Do you want to comment, Katz, on the discussion so far?
Yeah. Well, you guys hit the points. You guys talked more than I did. But I have an excuse.
That's all right. We could do all the talking. Well, I was
Yeah,
saying that we should definitely get more into like the legal implications of geoengineering and
Yes.
the social political impacts and stuff like that. And stuff that people are not talking about. It's one thing about chemtrails, but what about the aftermath?
Yeah, I agree.
So there's a lot of layers to this whole thing. And like I said, to do this subject justice, we can't do it in just a 2 or 3 hour episode. It needs to be done in segments. So I was saying, do you agree that we should do a couple more episodes on the topic, right? And break it down and just move forward and have more discussions on the topic, right? Are you cool with that?
I think
you guys are cool with that?
Yeah, I think we'd be daft not to, really, because we really do need to know what the hell they're dropping on us. We know some of the things that they are. What else is going to come? We don't know what's coming yet. We haven't got a clue what's there now.
Yeah, we're barely touching the surface, which is generalizing.
What we need to find really is people that's taking samples, analysing, doing it right and reporting it, or collating it somewhere. It'd be nice to find someone that could come on and discuss in depth what they've been finding.
That's
what I would like to hear from someone that's really done a lot of homework on it.
If you guys can go back a few years on researching this, I remember out in California near Mount Shasta and whatnot, they were taking water samples when this chemtrails first kind of started becoming, and they were finding all kinds of stuff in the water too. So there was no more so-called fresh spring water, pure fresh spring water coming from the mountains. It was all polluted because of these chemtrails. So there is information out there from, I don't want to say in the beginning, but from the early stages.
Well,
yeah, we definitely got to look into that. I got to read some more information on that. I'm interested. It's, again, another intriguing topic,
I think, strokes could be brought on by these as well.
Yeah.
We're back to bad contacts in the body again. Aluminium's a low conductor, and that's getting to your brain. So you've got low conductive, and that's going to disrupt our electrical process to the brain. So I'm just wondering now, if someone has a stroke, get the taser in the back of the neck and let us know what they look like the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe not that brutal, but you know what I mean.
Right.
I think if I had a stroke, I would definitely taser myself because I think it would be a benefit to me to do it.
Jumpstart me with the car battery. What were you going to say,
no,
Cat
that's
Eyes?
Sorry,
Cat Eyes. What were you going to say?
What I was gonna say is that there's a whistleblower. He's a CIA. He talked about the chemtrails. I was gonna get the link, but he does talk about what they're doing to us. As well, other doctors, scientists have came out and talked about what's going on. But that's a good place to start is with that. His last name is Russell. He's a CIA, and that's a good bit to look at to see what he has something to say about it. That's a good start for the next time we are all together talking about chemtrails. But like you said, Tyler, we need to look into it deep to bring out more into this chat room. Well, the panel.
Yeah, it's going to take. Well, we need to research it, and educate ourselves more about it, and spread truth, spread some good information on it.
I mean, like I said before, to to the other yesterday hangout and today to you and FPV. I mean, again, bringing it back to my thoughts right now is that flat Earth again is the center, and we're all focusing as a flat Earth, and basically we're not focusing on these other issues that puts the dots together with flat Earth, and it needs to be talked about. And we can't just hide it no more. We have to talk about it. Even there's vids about it and there's people talking about it. I mean, for flat Earth, like I was saying earlier, I have friends that are from other hangouts they're not even flat earthers. They're, people in the news hangouts or whatever hangouts they're at, that's the way to bring them to my channel, the ones that's my channel. They will be here, and that's how we can bring in these people by these topics, but also to bring them flat earth as well, because that's the only way they're going to learn about flat earth with this other topic. That's
yeah, because a lot of these things are like, I mean, some of these people you say that are probably tuned in or are into politics and into the political paradigms of things, and chemtrailing, geoengineering is part of that. It's all connected. You're absolutely right. It all connects. So huge correlation. Absolutely.
yeah. So there is a lot more to give out on this hangout. We all have to research in more different ways. It's like you go here. Like I'm gonna put an example. When the Lord went out and told the disciples, "You go out and you speak out the word of our Heavenly Father, our Creator, and you bring it back to the table and see what you get." It's the same thing as chemtrails, everything. We go out and we research it and see if we come back with the same information or different information.
Not just information, people. We need these cures. There's people out there got good ideas like eating certain types of clays and tasers. EMP. What are we inhaling or breathing in or ingesting or whatever? And what the hell is the cure for it? How do we make ourselves better or immune to it? That's the information we need.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we know it's disruptive, and it's not to better humanity or to better mankind. So, it's definitely negative, no matter how you slice it.
And then what we could do, FPB, is also to bring it to the table too, which we'll talk about later, is to bring more info. Like what I really want to do is bring someone in that's been doing this as well. I hope she will answer to my invite, hopefully soon. She lives in Northern California. I emailed her and I sent her a message. So hopefully she'll get back with me. She could be a guest on our panel. She's very into deep with the chemtrails in California, though. I'm gonna cross my finger that she does answer. So I really want to get some guests on the panel.
That Michelle you're speaking about?
No, we can get her, but it's someone else who's in Southern and Northern California that I've seen her bits very deeply, and I send her a message if she would like to join on our panel. And I'm waiting for her to see if she'll reply back. I hope she does. But yeah, we must get Michelle on the panel, right? I guess when we see her on Pancho's panel, I'll jump in and ask her, see if she wants to be on it.
Definitely recruit her in. We need to talk to people like that have experience with the whole. I think she's experienced with some of the Morgellons disease and some other diseases from chemtrails. So yeah, she'd be great to have, no doubt.
And Marlena, she's another one.
Absolutely, yeah, Marlena, definitely, yeah.
So I mean, cross your fingers that she'll reply back that she will be on our panel, because she's very deeply into these chemtrails, very. And if you, or maybe I'll get the name of and give it to you guys. She does have good vids, just like Chow does, in Southern California. So
yeah, that's what we do need. Someone that's, they're putting the resources and effort into researching it far more than we ever could. We have got our hands full with other projects, but we still need to learn what's going on. It's just part of the bigger picture, and at the end of the day, it's all about survival.
Right. I'll send a message to Chow as well after this and see what because I don't know if they like to get on the panels. I'm not sure, but I'll ask him to see if he wants to. Because he does a lot of pictures, videos. I mean, a lot of it. So.
Yeah, he does make good videos. I've seen them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a great idea, Katz. Get some people on there that know what's going on. Also, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a subject I'll look in. If there's something new to learn there, I'll definitely be looking in. If someone's bringing new information, data, cures, you've got to look. You've got to come in and look.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this topic.
It's suicide not to, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Well, this topic, chemtrails, it goes way beyond so people can. I mean, it's not going to take one hangout. It's going to take a few hangouts just on this topic itself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, just bring more info on it as much as we can. And then once we know we have enough of it and we're done, then we'll go to the next topic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this could be an ongoing discussion.
Exactly.
As well, I mean, we could still. I mean, whatever you want to do, I support it. But to do this subject justice, like I said, it's going to take quite a few episodes and have a bunch of different guests that know what's going on, that have been researching it already, that may have like 2 or 3 years in. And I only have a few months on chemtrailing. I never really got into it so much, but I know there's a lot going on from what they're telling us. But yeah, it'd be great. I love to learn more about this subject too. So it's a learning experience, definitely.
Well, FPV and we've been way back looking at this. So yeah.
Chemtrails, politics, flat Earth, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I've never really got into the chemtrails. I've been aware of them, but knowing that they're not good. I've always known they weren't good. But for a while, just really just not really paid any attention to what was going on, even though I knew they were harmful. And here we are, breaking it down. which is good. Like it's good to educate yourself on what's going on.
Yeah, it is. That's part of the big picture. You've got to keep
Yeah,
it.
it's not that I'm not sticking my head in the sand about chemtrails. Years back, I learned about them, knew they were harmful, but didn't think much of it. And then I guess I went into the apathy mode, which isn't good. So I want to take more of an active role in this. So here I am, not just with flat Earth, but with the chemtrailing and stuff.
Yeah, another sinister avenues that's going to pop up. it's not exclusive
Yeah, I
to
know.
for chemtrails,
There's so
is it?
many. Yeah.
Vaccines, medications, food,
Yeah.
water. Where does it end?
It just doesn't end, does it?
There'll be a cure one day for a cow that's got dementia before you can eat it.
Oh man. Yeah.
Crazy world we're living in, isn't it?
It's insanity. Yep.
Yeah, it's genocide, pollution, and all the rest of it, all rolled into one program. And that, that's just part of the monster, isn't it? Really. We just look at chemtrails. There's whole of the departments and divisions dedicated to other nastiness other than chemtrails going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is this world coming to? It's like a free for all for all the Frankenstein inventors, isn't it, out there?
Yeah, and
who can invent the nastiest stuff wins the contract.
Yep, and the mass population just ignore what's going on, and they just pay no attention, and they call everybody else.
I know it's not related, but would you like to see that drone video I mentioned?
Sure, absolutely.
You want us to play it on the ear cats?
Yeah. And then the mass population think people like us are tinfoil wearing conspirators,
No.
And
they're the most switched on people out there. When
they want to be ignorant.
Yeah.
It's just, these people are crazy, man. People need to wake up.
I know it's not related. Well, possibly it might be related. This would be the next wave of terrorism. Not just biological, it's drones attacking you. Would you like to see that video, Cats? Do you want me to play it on here?
Go ahead.
Are you sure she can play that?
I'll just set it up. Chat among yourselves a bit.
I think it's fine.
We'll just check if there's any kind of...
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't need a strike.
Yeah, just check if there's any kind of publication or any sort of...
Yeah, I know.
Copyright or whatever.
It's on, it's another guy again that follows the conspiracy kind of things, and
yeah,
he's looking to mimic maps and other things. Yeah, true. Should I play it or not?
Yeah, well, because we're just YouTube. We're just they're very critical on flat Earth.
Yeah, I don't think the channel would strike you, but
right.
It's up to you. Should I or shouldn't I?
Well, I don't.
Up to you, Cats, at the end of the day, because it would be you that gets to strike if you want to hit your copyright. But this guy's put it together, or someone has, and he's showing it. I can leave the link in chat if you want, and just play it yourselves on your own browser.
There you go. I mean, you could play it in the back chat.
Say anything, right?
Yeah, to be safe, I've just put it in the live chat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch that after the hangout. A little surprise, things to come perhaps.
That's a treat for tonight. We'll watch that vid. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You guys think good.
It reminds you of that film Iron Man, Stark Industries. We've invented this nasty piece of thing or whatever.
Yeah. Tony Stark.
It'll cost you this.
Weaponize everything, huh?
You know, they're getting it out there.
Everything's weaponized.
So you're going to be, you know, if you want to stay ahead in the game, that means you're going to have to buy one in case your enemy does.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to be playing against each other, haven't they? You need this.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it wouldn't be saying that. It wouldn't be long before someone hacked one, would it? You know, they'd get it and hack it, and return to sender.
Oh man. Was there anything else you guys want to discuss?
I was just checking the chat there, see if there's any related messages.
Anybody in the chat have any questions about chemtrails, or if we might be able to answer them? I don't know. We know some stuff. We're learning.
Yeah, them guys might know more than us, you know. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, we're all learning and reaching out to see what's going on out there. Big picture out there, getting pulled together into something that we can all see easier.
Yep. Is wisdom?
Right. Richard said, look up a guy called Matt Landman. He'd make a great guest for the panel. I'm assuming the guy's chemtrail related kind of guy.
Landman?
Yeah, Matt Landman.
Yeah, I'll check him out.
Yeah, it'd be nice to find someone that's really up to spec on what the content is, or possibly the harm done to the humans and the viewers. It'd be nice to
exactly.
Just to invite on once, and then you got, it's like Santos. He'll come on, he'll give you all the information he can in a given time, and it's there to browse or peruse at your own leisure. Then, isn't it? It's recorded content worth keeping and processing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading something here, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Do you know of any anti-missile rocket sales to take the planes down? That would be worth crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Government shoulder missiles.
Yeah, that would be pretty great, huh?
Yeah, get some from Honest Ali's Baghdad disposables, shoulder lodge rocket.
any aircraft chemtrail planes.
Yeah, or you could go the ISIS route, you know, just use a condom as a balloon and a hand grenade attached to it. Send it up.
Oh, right. Wow.
That's the poor man's version. A balloon, blue hand grenade on it. But yeah, we've covered a little bit there. That's a good thing. We've put it out, a little bit of content, some figures, some video parts, some weird shit off the car windscreen.
Yeah.
Hey, that's, I wonder what that thing's doing now. It could be 10 times larger now, out there, running around out there somewhere.
So do you think chemtrails has to do something with the halos then? Over the hill, Do you think so?
I know the barium shows the halos in the sky up. It's why we see them. It's because there's barium in the atmosphere, and it's gone around one or more of the halos. So
it lights up.
It is chemtrail related.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Whatever's barium's composition is, it's designed to show them up.
Okay. So in other words, when you see these halos, at the same time you see all that white stuff, chemtrails, that's when you see the halos, is it? Or is it the opposite?
Not always, no, because it depends what they're spraying in the chemtrail. If it's barium, then yes, you will 100% see a halo or more. If it's aluminium, iron filings, or any other God knows what, you might not see them. But if you do see them, then there's definitely barium in the air.
So there's two different.
Them.
I'm sorry, FPV. There's two different kinds of chemtrails. It's the white chemtrails that they put out, and there's the dark pitch black that they put out. The dark pitch black is what has more ingredients, I'm going to say it like that, or elements in it than the white chemtrails.
I've just
Has
realised
that,
when you can't see our avatars, if you'll have to stop presenting kneecats. Click my icon down there on the panel, and then they'll see
you
all
want
your
me to
avatars.
stop?
It looks like I'm here by myself. I wondered what you meant before. Yeah, there, that's it. I can see you now. There you are.
Oh,
Right,
I
carry on.
was
Sorry.
gone.
I suppose you could look at it like, you know, when you have a fire and you put like plastics or other materials in a fire and it puts out that black smoke compared to just using wood and it puts out the white smoke. So
Yeah, but this pitch black, it seems like it's more heavier of this
right,
chemical than the white. The white is like burly they're putting it. But like in California, that especially in California, it's pitch black. And this lady
right.
is what's showing this really good, and so is Chow. They are showing the pitch black of chemtrails in California. But I'm pretty sure there's other states that are almost the same way too, or in other countries, I don't know. But in California, sure, for sure.
That's why I was trying to use the, like if you made a fire pit and throw different materials in your fire, you would see, you know, the black smoke, white smoke, gray smoke, blue smoke. You know, what you could probably almost. I'm not saying you get the exact what's going on up there, but you kind of get an idea of what's making the different colored smokes in your fire pit. Like if you can get a hold of some of these chemicals, which I probably doubt you'd be able to, but you can probably get something that would maybe simulate it from your fire. You see your black smokes, white smokes, your blue smokes. Kind of do your own testing in a fire pit. See what's going on. Get a similar effect.
It's a bad cough right there.
Yeah.
I
Damn
did for
chemtrails.
effect. Good special effects. That who was that? No, that's a real cough. That.
There's a chemtrail cough.
Yeah, that was my wife.
I'll tell you what. I'll play a song here. It's worth playing. Hold on.
What are you setting up?
You know, I was thinking if any of this stuff could be neutralized. Like I saw someone brought up something about you could actually. I don't know if it's about renting these planes, but I guess you could charter these planes that do the spraying. And I wonder if someone could figure out how to neutralize what's in the air and put the neutralizer inside these, you know, these actual spray planes, and you know, spray their local areas to neutralize it. Then I think that, well, even though it might be neutralizing, if even possible, would you be actually doing more harm than good, or just adding to the problem, trying to neutralize the atmosphere in your local area with the neutralizer?
I mean, I think it'd be great, but you need to know what we're dealing with. But we're dealing with a bunch of different compounds, and they all have different applications, like I've been saying. But to know what is being sprayed and then to counter it, That's gonna be almost near to impossible, man. You know, I mean, I'm sure maybe not impossible, but it's gonna take a minute to even figure that out. You know, I think the anti-aircraft defense thing is the best thing.
We're going to use it, guys. I don't know if you heard it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know a few things about some anti-aircraft stuff, but I'm not going to say it out live. No way.
Well, I am a chemtrail cowboy. I'm spraying all day long, emptying my tanks on you while I sing this song. There's too many of you down there. That's what I've been told. You're rough to meet your maker before you get too old. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I couldn't care less for my family, and I don't give a fuck about you. Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy. We take off every morning, all my spray-up buddies and me, turning on your blue skies gray, the sun you'll never see. And if you have a problem with the mess we made, I'll tell you now I don't give a shit as long as I get paid. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you. Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy. When I get going cheap, there's nothing I like more than to sit by the pool with a nice cold beer, staring at the floor. Cause if I look up, I'm reminded of the terrible things I've done. Once you're in, there's no way out. I never meant to hurt no one. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I couldn't care less for my family, and I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, spraying over you. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you. Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy. When my mission's over and I'm knocking on heaven's door, maybe then I'll realize where I went wrong before. There's too many of you dying, victims of the mob. What I tell the devil and he'll agree that I was only doing my job. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I couldn't care less for my family, and I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, spraying over you. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you. Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail.
Did you hear that okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get the chemtrail cowboy in there.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I've heard that tune before. It's pretty funny. It was good for the intermission. I needed to get a bite.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
you do need
timing.
these 5 or 10 minute breaks, don't harm, do they?
Yeah, let me get a little intermission. That was great.
Yeah.
Uh,
Another channel to
awesome.
look at, Richard said, is Chemtrails MN. He's been doing chemtrail conferences since 2011.
PB, did you get?
Did I get the cough? Yep.
Yep.
Did you get my message on the side chat?
Yeah,
Michelle
I can
said
see it.
yes.
Hold on, I'll
We
try and
just
add
have
it, but
to.
I'm not sure if we've got it in my hangout. Hold on.
Okay. Well, she'll be on next time. Mm. Are you there, Totter?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
But if you go to the Cat's Hangout, you know the number at the top where the people are. If you click that,
I did.
and
I put her
yeah, click
name.
that. No, click that, and then click Add People,
That's what I
and
did.
then you'll see a list of people that you haven't added yet, and a name might be in there.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah. Click the name list at the top. Click Add People, and then look down that list. It shows you, and then if you see her there, click her name, and then click Add, and then that's it. She'll be added. You get much chemtrailing where you live then, Trotter?
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. And we're in this. I'm in the suburbs of New Jersey. You know, I'm in the northern part of it, away from the city. Up in the mountains, in the woods. I'm in. There's bears and deer up here. I'm not even in like. I'm a good 40 minutes away from the city.
Yeah.
And they chemtrail everybody.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I've shot a couple videos just to have some kind of content on my channel, and yeah, it's real prevalent right now.
Yeah, I've seen, I can see them approaching my city and switching it on. You don't see them, and all of a sudden this trail starts appearing. You think, oh, he's just switched that on.
Mm.
But it's not on all the time. It's like on, off, on, off. Well, I suppose it depends on how large the cities are around them.
Hmm.
There's some stuff in this chat here for you, SPV, and anybody else might be interested. Those flyers are pretty old. I was in touch with them towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, sometime. So one of those phone numbers or whatever, you should be able to get in touch with them. Check that stuff out.
Which numbers? You're very quiet on me with.
Yeah, in this chat, in this call chat, queue up some pics of some things that might be relevant or useful to some things talking about just a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah, I can see him. Yeah, yeah, I'll check them out, mate. Cheers.
Interesting. Wiz, I was looking at the image myself. Sorry, you guys that chat. Um, or I mean, we're still on live, right? I'm sorry, I'm kind of spaced out, you guys. Cats, we're still
Yeah,
live,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We're still live. Yeah,
Okay.
live. Still chatters there, chatting away. Hey, Big Pond. Teddy, how's it going, mate? Angel Raven, Leisure, Alesia. Cats is in chat. Fraternizing, I can see you.
All right. Yeah. Cheers to everybody in chat. I don't have my window open, so I can't see that.
Yeah, we couldn't do it with the chatters, I mean, we're all chatters at the end of the day. I sit in chats and Just listen to people on the panel. You know, there's only a few subjects I'll bother talking about nowadays, really. You know, the important ones, ones that matter, really. You know, survival, chemtrail survival, globalist survival package. That's what you need, Trot, isn't it? The globalist survival package. $9.99
Yeah.
on eBay.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Trails where I live, it's probably every 2 or 3 days they seem to be doing it. So it looks like they're alternating around different parts of UK. You know, people down south from me have said the same thing. They're not all the time, but they do turn up regular. So it seems to be like a pattern. You know, they'll do this area one day, that area one day, and just keep moving round and round doing it. That's the kind of pattern I'm seeing anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just out of control, man. You know, I mean, even in areas that in the city, even like way out.
Well, look at the taxation you pay for it. You know, your energy bill, your electricity bill's paying for you to get gassed. You're paying for your own demise.
Yeah.
It's built into your energy bill or bills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, there's another farcical area, isn't there? Energy bills. What the hell's that about?
It's
plug a bit of wire in and put a meter on the end and get rich. I can do that.
That's what they've done, basically.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? You look around, Tesla figured it out. We know what's going on. How are you cats? Are you recovering from that cough? Could hear you coughing there before. Usually has headaches, you were saying earlier. Yeah. That's been going on a while, you know, as long as I've known cats. They've been chemtrail in that area and she's always complained of headaches.
Yeah, she's been inundated there. I mean, we all are. We're all being inundated by these freaking chemtrails.
Yeah. Chemtrail survival. That's the main theme now, isn't it? How the hell do we survive this?
You're gonna
Not
stay
just
underground.
us, you know. It's all right surviving. What you're going to eat needs to survive as well.
Yeah. Hey, FPV, I can't add her to Cat's Hangout. Even if I typed her name, I can't. She says she'll come on tomorrow. She's 11 hours ahead of us. It's 2 p.m. there right now in Australia.
Yeah. So you can see her name, but it wouldn't let you add her. You just click
I
it.
can't see her name. I can't
You
see
can't
her
see her
name.
name. You haven't got her in your contact list then.
Well, maybe she can come on. Yeah, tomorrow. Well, it's up to her.
Get her email off her, Cats, and just add her that way. Tell her to PM you.
Can't you add her?
No, I haven't got her in my contact list.
Okay, I'll see what I can get her email. I hate asking.
You might be able to find her in back chat, and then just click on her icon, and then go to her contact, and then add her from there. Those, I think.
That's where I'm at. It's one of the punches, and I can't do that.
You can't.
You guys keep talking. Let me keep.
Are you American or Americant? Sorry,
I'm
I don't know what I said.
I'm a Latino, man.
Who said that? What was that? Was that Johnny Depp? I think.
I'm a Latin girl. I'm
Latina.
from the city. Latina, yeah.
With ginger and white hair.
Yeah.
I'm a cowgirl. Latina.
Yeah, right.
I'll be back.
She's a caballera.
I'm a rhinestone cowboy.
Yep. Yes, I do speak Spanish and I do speak Italian.
And a little bit of Portuguese then.
I know a few words, maybe. If I hear them speak, I can get some of it.
Anyway, where were we? Chemtrails. Sidetracking again.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that the subject finished for the night on the chemtrails side of it then?
I mean, I think so. I think we've just wanted to touch the surface, and you know, that was pretty much it. Show your stuff. I think we did all right. Like I said, to do this topic justice, we need to do episodes of it, and you know, so I think this was sufficient for a starter. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
so too. Yeah, I think so. The same. You know, we've got a little bit of information there out, some images, some statistics, some
Hmm.
videos. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, get a hold of a couple of these truth seekers, some of these researchers on the subject, and get them on the panel, and we'll keep talking about it,
Yeah, yeah. You know,
spreading the
we
news.
want the cues. Our objective at the end of the day is look after yourself and the ones you love, isn't it? Really. So it's in our
Hmm.
benefit to keep well up to date on what the hell's been put into our atmosphere.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Or just sit there and contemplate the suicide they're giving you without your authority. Yeah, it's a sad case of affairs. It is.
Yeah, it really is.
The world could be so much better. It's only in the last 50, 100 years it's gone sour, really, isn't it? Really bad, I mean.
Yeah, it seems to look that way. Yeah. When it started, yeah, I could agree right about then. Yeah. Who did we lose and who came back?
Okay, I just gave her a message to be here. We're going to start at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, which is 7 my time. Like today, 7 o'clock. So she'll know. I just
Okay.
can't add her. There's no way. They won't let me at all. FPV. I left a message to Vincent to add her in Cat's Hangout.
Okay.
Yeah. If she was on my list, it'd just be a case of clicking her name and click add, and then click OK, and it would be done. But she's not on my list.
Yeah.
So you know, you can get her to PM you or email, and you can add her that way. Just add the email.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, I needed her email, right? Okay.
Yeah. Get her email. You can add her that way.
Oh, righty. Otra vez. Ay, Dios mío.
So, me and FPV were saying, do you want to end the hangout, or do you want to? Is there anything else you want to add to what we were talking about today, Cats?
Well, how many hours have we been going? Over 2, right?
I have no idea.
If I leave, I won't come. FPV, can you check?
Looks started streaming 2 hours ago.
2 hours, yeah. We could continue tomorrow because I really want to see what Michelle has to say. And she says she's willing to help us whatever she can. And she's pretty good in talking about stuff. So yeah, we can continue tomorrow.
Okay.
But we backed off.
As an addition, then I suggest all of us, if we're coming, you know, if we're all of us on this panel now, we return it back tomorrow. Find one video on the subject. You know, if you can't share it, I'll share it. Just give me the link. But yeah, try and find one interesting video each on the subject. But beware of copyright music and video. You know, it needs to be on someone's channel. You know, that's willing to share their content. Just so we can, you know, play some videos in the background again as we discuss things. Because if Michelle's a speaker, and if Michelle's going to talk and she hasn't got videos, then at least we can overlay chemtrail videos and things while she, you know, talks with it.
Well, I mean, I know Schlominger would let us use some of his stuff. We just got to ask him. I don't think he would oppose of the idea. He's a good mate. I don't know. Is he in our chat? Was he in our chat?
No. I don't know if he's in Ponchos right now, but
we got to recruit him over, let him know, give him a wrench. Cats.
If Michelle's you know, keeps up to date with it, it sounds like she does, because I listened to her on Ponchos one day and she seemed quite knowledgeable on the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
caught.
it'd be nice.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if we could get her on regularly, you know, because
yeah,
it sounds
absolutely.
like she's keeping up to date with it.
Yeah, yeah. I heard her speaking once about that, and she seemed knowledgeable about the subject. So definitely.
I know it's not everyone's thing, but yeah, you know, if we're making videos about the subject, we need to listen to people that have looked into it in depth, and she clearly has.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So anything else, you guys?
No, a lot of it was talked pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, tomorrow's another day, and like I said, Michelle will help us out in some of this
Hmm.
chemtrails, what her thoughts are. And again, I'll have to wait for that the lady from Northern California and Chow to see what he says.
Hmm. Okay.
So, I mean, we need to
I mean,
kind of,
you know, you can invite them on the panel if they don't want to talk. Then still come on the panel and at least see what it's about. Because at some point in the
right,
future, they will start talking.
right,
Can't,
like me.
Yeah.
can't guarantee that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Right.
You know, at
I
least
see.
you know you want them to feel involved. You know, we're all in the same community and we've all got the
Yeah.
same concerns and same kind of
Yep.
Yep.
opinions on these matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It'll be awesome if my sis Marlena will come as
Hmm.
well with Michelle.
Yeah,
I'll
it'd be
send
great.
her a message.
Yeah.
I'll send her, so she'll
I
be
Yeah.
won't be
aware
able to
That
because
be.
she's in.
that Indian lady stands with lobsters.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
You didn't get that, did you? Stands with lobsters. She goes lobster fishing.
Yeah, I know she does.
oh, oh, awesome. Um, well,
She does
tomorrow
a lot
she's
of
gonna.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. I bet. I was gonna say. So tomorrow on Sun and Moon, she's gonna have Aaron for Project Lumen,
Shoot. Yeah.
and that can go on for a few hours, a couple hours. So I know we're saying 7 p.m. Eastern time, but
Yeah.
I don't want to overlap her show because we're probably all going to be on that one too, and then we're going to do our own thing here. So
Well, that 7 p.m. your time, Cats. Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's 2 a.m. my time. So I think Karen would be finished before then. Well, she
Yeah.
should be. You know, Karen's is normally 9:30 at the latest, isn't it? UK time.
Yes.
mm.
So yeah, it's more
Oh, so,
afternoon time
so
for you.
oh yeah, so that
So
was good.
we won't
Yeah.
overlap her.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you could even wait till she finishes if need be. You know, that'll be 7
Well,
p.m. your time, is 2 a.m. UK time.
mhm.
Okay, so it's Cat's time. Okay, got it, got it.
So, yeah, I don't
Yay.
think if Karen starts at 9:30, she's not going to run. She won't run for 4 hours. I don't think.
Uh huh.
Not on Project Lumen anyway. So
Well,
yeah, that'll
Aaron's gonna
be
be there, so it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I have some questions about his his infrastructure. That should be good. But yeah, you guys. So I mean, I guess that should probably do it for tonight. If you guys want to close out and say anything else, go right ahead. I'm done. So thanks
Can you hear me?
for coming through, everybody
Can you hear
that's
me?
here.
yeah, we can hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm. Can you
yeah,
guys
good.
hear me or no?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
Cats.
Cats. Hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say something real quick to all the chat. I really appreciate your support coming here on my, on my hangouts these few days, yesterday and today, and the other day I think it was. But I thank you guys. I really do with all my heart. I'm thankful. So I hope I get to see you more often. So thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, guys in chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
we
That's
can't do it without your support. We really can't.
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
the support. Thanks for hanging out with us and you know enjoying this journey that we're gonna have here. So look forward to seeing everybody around.
Yeah, and
Everybody have a good night.
if you
Yep.
want to contribute in any way, just shout out. And if you want to come on the panel and show a video or discuss anything, just let Cats or one of us know.
Yep.
We'll get you on. We'll get you fitted in here and comfortable and in a nice environment where you can share your knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wiz, for being here. Potter, FPV, like always. Thanks.
You're welcome,
Thanks for
Cats.
thanks for streaming
anytime,
your
Cats.
hangout, and thanks for starting a channel.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks.
Yeah, Cats. Yeah, thanks for having me
I'm so
aboard.
shy
And
here.
that's
I'm
okay.
so,
Yeah, but well, that's why you have us here. But thanks for having me aboard, and I'm happy to be part of this
yeah.
panel and to contribute to your channel and the research and everything that what you have. What I'm sorry, what you have planned here. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks a lot. It should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
thanks
welcome.
for the platform to share our knowledge, Cats.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, thank you both for speaking because I didn't hardly say anything this time. Not like yesterday I did.
Yeah. That's all right.
All
All right, you
right.
guys. Have a good
Take
night,
care,
everybody.
chat.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.